Now that we're in autumn and it rains all the time and it's getting cold and there isn't much gardening to be done, one thing you can do is you can start and look for next year's seeds. Okay, now what I want you to do now is I want you to pause the screen, and if you can see these prices clearly enough, add them up. Add these prices up and then I'll tell you a tale. Okay, so pause the screen, get your pen and paper, add these prices up. You'll be amazed. Okay, you should be back with me by now. You'll have added these up, and if my maths is correct, they come to over £20 worth of seeds, £20 worth of vegetable seeds. So, as I've said, we're in autumn, and what happens in autumn? Well, along comes Halloween. The growing season's finished, and shops need shelf space to put Halloween stuff up. So they start to move the seeds off to one end or even take them off, and certainly by the time Christmas arrives there'll be nothing on the shelf from a gardening standpoint except things that you would buy as Christmas presents, like, I don't know, secateurs and thermometers and bits and bobs, but all the seeds have been cleared away. So if you go to your local shop at this time of year and they push the seeds to one end, they'll put a sale price on them. So yesterday I popped into this store and I would have a look to see what was on offer, and there were the seeds, and they were currently being price reduced. Okay, and on one of these packets, I can't remember which, the price had been reduced to 20 pence. Okay, so I said to the young chap, I'll just have these if that's okay, and he said, no, we're marking the prices down. And I said, yeah, this price has been marked down, it's 20 pence. And they said, no, we're marking them down even further. He said, I'm sending these downstairs, this was his expression, I'm sending these downstairs and they'll be reduced even further. And if you pop back in tomorrow, they'll be cheaper than that. So I thought, cheaper than 20 pence? You can't go cheaper than 20 pence, can you? Anyway, so he didn't want to sell me the packet of seeds for 20 pence. So I thought, well, I'm in town tomorrow. I had some business to do with my car. And I thought, while I leave the car at the garage, I'll pop round to this shop again and see if this has happened. Anyway, when I got there were no seeds to be seen, but I asked a young lady shop assistant, and she produced an enormous polythene bag full of seeds, all higgledy-piggledy, and she said, you can have any of these for 5 pence. Can you believe it? 5 pence! And look at the price of some of these, £1.50, £1.30, £1.60. The cheapest packet is 60 pence. So I could have anything out of this huge plastic bag for 5 pence. So I had a fish about, and this is what I've got. And some of these I will grow next year, but others, I have gardening friends, and I'll just give them these seeds. I'll give them some of these seeds and say, these are for you. And they'll say, how much do you want? And I'll say, you plant them, you grow the crop in your allotment, and if you have a good harvest, just give me a few back, and we're all square. So if you want to get a seed bargain, now's the time to do it. Autumn. The seeds are being taken off the shelves. Ask an assistant if you can't find them. They're generally there somewhere, usually on the end of a row of shelves, and grab yourself a bargain. One thing I would say is have a look on the back of the packet. They usually have a grow by date, and these have all got at least 1 year, and in some cases 2 years left on them. So for that lot I paid 75 pence. Now if you've done your maths right, there's over 20 quid's worth, there's over £20 worth of seeds there, and I paid 75 pence. Home Grown Veg. Hey, this is the way to do it.